Hello and welcome to Sethos. In this training, we're going to dive deep into the incredibly important world of life sciences translation. And let me tell you, this isn't just about switching words from one language to another. It's really where precision and process meet to make a real-world impact on global health. So let's get right into it. So let's start with a really fundamental question, one that's at the heart of everything we do here. What actually makes a medical translation valid? It sounds like a simple question, right? But the answer, well, the answer defines our entire process and the immense value we bring to our clients. You see, a valid translation is so much more than just getting the words right. It's all about a super rigorous, totally documented process that guarantees two absolutely critical things. First, pinpoint accuracy for the patients who are counting on this information. And second, rock-solid compliance for the regulators who have the final say on these life-saving products. It all comes down to trust. All right, here's our roadmap. We're going to start with the big picture, why this work is so important. Then, we'll walk through our core services, our unique 8-step process, and the types of clients you'll be working with. And to wrap it all up, we're going to get you set up with a really powerful way to talk about what we do. Okay, first things first. To really be great at this job, you've got to understand just how high the stakes are. We're playing in a field where every single word, every comma, matters immensely.
I mean, just think about that for a second. A slightly mistranslated dosage instruction, a question in a patient survey that's a little confusing, an ambiguous phrase in a submission to a regulator, these aren't just small mistakes. They can have huge, cascading consequences for a person's safety, for the outcome of a billion-dollar clinical trial, and for a company's ability to get a new drug to the people who need it. We are the guardians of that precision. So how do we actually help our clients avoid those massive risks? Well, we've built a specialized toolkit of services, each one designed to meet the super high demands of the life sciences industry. These are the solutions you'll be bringing to the table. Our services cover the whole spectrum. It all starts with linguistic validation. That's our gold standard process, and we're going to break it down in just a minute. We also do something called cognitive debriefing, which is a fancy way of saying we test our translations with actual native speakers to make sure they're perfectly clear. And from there, we handle it all. Clinical trial documents, regulatory submissions for big players like the FDA and EMA, and even those critical safety manuals for medical devices. You'll hear them called instructions for use, or IFUs. All right, now for the fun part. Let's pull back the curtain on the process that really, truly sets Sethos apart from everyone else. This is our secret sauce, the internationally recognized ISPOR process. Okay, before we jump into the 8 steps, let's make sure we're all on the same page with this term, linguistic validation. It isn't just translation. Think of it more like a formal, multi-step quality control system. It's absolutely essential for things like patient-reported outcome questionnaires. We call them PROs, where we're measuring feedback directly from a patient. Our job is to make sure a question asked in English means the exact same thing conceptually in Japanese or in Spanish. That's how you get globally reliable data. This whole process has quality checks baked into every single stage. First, 2 different translators create a forward translation, totally independent of each other. Then, a third expert reconciles those 2 versions into one super strong version. Next step is a really clever check. We have a new translator, someone who's never seen the original, translate it back into English. This is huge because it immediately flags any spots where the meaning might have gotten a little fuzzy. After that, we test it with native speakers, incorporate their feedback, do a final proofread, and deliver a full report that documents every single step for our clients' regulatory files. It's airtight. So now you get the process, which is awesome. Let's talk about who we're doing all this for. It's so important to know our clients, and, just as important, the regulatory bodies that make the rules. Our clients are literally the leaders in global health. We work with the biggest pharmaceutical companies in the world on their global trials. We also work with the contract research organizations, you'll hear them called CROs, that help manage those trials. And on top of that, we support innovative biotech startups, medical device makers, and top-tier academic research centers. Every single one of them depends on our specialized expertise. And here's the thing, everything we do has to be 100% compliant with the world's toughest health authorities. We're talking about the FDA in the US, the European Medicines Agency, or EMA, and Health Canada. Knowing their specific rules, like the EU's medical device regulation, is a huge part of our job. It shows clients we don't just speak their language, we speak their regulatory language too.
Whew, we've covered the why, the what, and the how. Now let's put it all together into something you can use. How do you communicate all this value quickly and clearly? It's time to build your elevator pitch. Here it is, simple, powerful, and to the point. Cethos provides IS4-compliant linguistic validation, ensuring your content is not just accurately translated, but also culturally validated for global markets and documented to meet strict regulatory standards. That's your opening. It's packed with all the keywords our clients are listening for, and it immediately shows them we're experts. This is your foundation.
Now, let's break down why those specific words are so powerful. When you say IS4 compliant, what you're really saying is, we follow the industry's gold standard. When you say culturally validated, you're promising it will be truly understood, not just a literal word-for-word translation. Regulatory standards, that gives clients peace of mind. And documented, that promises our entire process is transparent and can stand up to any audit. See, you're not just selling a service, you're selling certainty. And that brings us to the end of our introduction. You now have the core knowledge about our process and what makes Cethos so special. So the only question left is, which global market are you going to help our clients break into first? Welcome to the team. We're so glad you're here.